Hello everybody, this is Maniac for Bricks, and we're here with an update on my fire station, police station, Lego MOC. This is a combo that I made for quite a long time ago, several months ago, when I started this thing only on the bottom floor, and I'm finally back to kick some tail. I'm finally back to build a little bit more to it and flesh it out a little bit more. So, for what we're looking at now in this video, we have a second floor that is now added on and keeping the same look and overall outside of the original thing. I did add in some red and blue on either of these sides so it matches up the red and blue along the back and front. Not much has actually been done with the bottom layer, but they still need some work on the interior, which I will get into at some later update. If you want to see this thing in my beach town, there should be a new video roughly around the time of uploading this one that will show it in different angles, in different ways, how it compares to the hospital. But for now, we'll just take a closer look at everything here. The top layer actually does have a roof with some curving around it, and it is intended to be a helipad. I don't know if it's going to be for both police helicopters and fire helicopters, but it's possible at some point, and for right now, it just doesn't have a lot of detail to it. So we'll take off the smaller police helicopter that is up here from the Chopper Copper set, and we'll actually remove each of the parts of the roof. Yes, each of these come apart in their own way after some plate modification and just lining them up, to fit along the floors. The interesting thing about this is that I have the middle section is like its own barrier between the two. You'll see a little bit more about that just as we take off the other side. And give me 1 second. Check this magic out. Bam. You could take off either the police station side or the fire station side to get more into the interior, to modify things. But for right now, the space inside of there, maybe a little hard to tell, but the space inside of there has room so that you could go from police station to fire station in one giant room. It doesn't have any separation, any walls or doors or windows or anything, as all the other stuff falls out of here. It doesn't have anything to separate either of these from the second floor. It kind of does the same walkthrough function that the bottom floor, the garage, has. So it may share some things between the two. As far as, utensils or whatever, desks or dispatch that they need. But I'm going to take a closer look as we pop off each of these to show you the better detail. That is complicated. But that is how I arranged the plates underneath to fit this along here, modular style, and to make the flooring for this thing. It just so happened to create a black middle and then a light gray to light bluish gray outline. But this is what I have so far for the fire station. It's not a lot in there, but it took quite some time to figure out the right style for it, to allow it to look like the bottom layer, continuing that shape on the outside. And I'm actually happy with this. I felt like one of the components I definitely wanted to put into a fire station was the bedding. They usually have like bunk beds in here, and I wanted to add a little bit more to it than just being them bunk beds. The bottom one you can see easily removes, so there's a little bit of space underneath for the panels. Can't see it too well? Well, guess what? I can move the top bunk as well, because that's easy access there. So this will have enough room for the bottom bunk to hold like extra accessories for the minifigures, maybe some personal stuff for the firefighter that would be sleeping there, who knows? But I'm really happy with how it looks. I do also like the little railing that's put along the top of it. Got a ladder on the side. It seems pretty proper. And I also like the 2x3 tiles. I had a lot of those available, so I'm happy to add those in for like the basic blanket area for each of the beds. Along this wall, towards the front of it, we just have a couple little computers there, and that's supposed to be the dispatch area. It's going to have more computer space. I'm still trying to figure out what's going to go in the corners on each side of the fire station. It's the one I haven't actually done a lot of planning to outside of just the floor and framing of it, but I'll figure it out at some point. I know that the bed keeps falling through, so I may throw something on there to hold it more steady, but I'll figure that out later. We do have 1 or 2 tables in here. ironically, with hot food for the firefighters. We have 2 slices of pizza, we have a cappuccino sort of latte sort of thing, and then there's just a cherry pie. I just had those pieces available for food, and I thought, oh, I'll just throw them in there. And I do want to make a lounge area between the police station and the fire station. So I do have one desk in here that has a coffee maker, and there's supposed to be a plant on the other side of it that has a cactus. I just had the extra piece. I thought that might be a cute thing to add some little plants inside of the police station and fire station. Moving on to the police station portion, this has been more fully fleshed out. I actually worked on this first to get the framing, then worked on this for the detail. And I love it. I love how things have been going together in here. It's not complete, but it is well along. This has a lot of the same components with a lounge area towards the back with a coffee maker. There's a couple drawers along this side so you can fit some of the evidence in there, files, papers. There may actually be some printed tiles in there to represent, newspaper clippings. There is a wall along the back here with a camera that is supposed to be for the mug shots. Kind of an awkward space, but it works. There's enough room to fit minifigures there, so that's a-okay. There is a little odd hole there we'll talk about in just a bit. I got a table along the front full of donuts. I had a lot of donut tiles and I wanted to add them into the police station or with the policemen in some way. And it's got a little almost invisible table, like very glassy look to it. We have another dispatch area along here, but with some really cool printed slopes. I love this printed slope. I wish I had more of that dark gray one, or even the dark bluish gray, I believe it went in. Anywho, it's a great design. It's a great print. I would love to get more of those at some point. But yeah, they have 2 areas to sit there. One could be for dispatch. One could be for like taking calls. I still have to make some sort of like phone line to simulate that. And then we have the main show here. This is the part that took me a really long time to develop, but I'm happy that I did. After I made the bunk beds on the fire station side, I thought, why not make it on the police side, but have it as part of the jail cell? This actually does have a way of opening up. I know it's the wrong door, but I don't have the right one at the moment, so this works just fine. But for us, you get better access by opening this. Unfortunately, the one tile or the one plate got stuck there, so I'll worry about that a little later. Here's a better look at the inside of the prison, where we have, again, the bunk bed setup with the same construction as before, so that means the criminals can hide stuff under the bed on the bottom as well. It's the same thing, different colors for most of the arrangement in here. Some of it is built into the wall along here, and I just thought it'd be kind of neat to have some hole through there, because that's how you can remove the top bunk. And you can see it has a little bit of variance to that, but that's also why I had the hole along the top area along the back of it. Now what's also nice in here is I included a toilet with not the greatest design. It definitely could use some work here, but I do like the handle in there, so I thought that was a nice characteristic. And it also has a bit of flooring to it, different from the police station, and we just have a trash bin along that side. Maybe it'll hold something for the criminals to escape. We'll have to wait and see. Hopefully I don't have too many criminals in the beach town to worry about that, but I'm happy with how it looks. I also did want to use these types of windows with stickers on them to make it more, more secluded, more like blind sort of thing compared to the fire station side where it's like you can't see exactly what's through there. I do have the little window on that side that adds some charm to it. But I'm happy with how these turned out. There are definitely things that I have to update with both sides of this to flesh it out a little bit more. I'm trying to think of how the fire station could be add a little bit more and make it characteristic on its own. But for now, I'm happy with how it looks. And I still have to work on the bottom layers for each of these. I do have a workbench on the fireman side and like one computer and a trash bin over on the policeman side. I think they could use a little bit more, but I have to figure that out later on. The cars that are in there for right now are actual Lego City sets. They are not MOCs. Some of the minifigures are from sets. Some of them are recustomized. This is incomplete for the trailer, but I'm happy that 2 squad cars can fit in here for the police. I don't have like a big police truck, MOC or not, that I want to fit in here for now. I'm okay with it. And yeah, looking pretty good all the way around. Thank you for watching this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Check out my Studside Heights town update video where this debuted with the update that you see here, because I recorded it before. But yeah, We'll get to see how that looks in Studside Heights, get to see more updating with that, the hospital, and a couple other MOCs in the near future. And that Mars mission set that's been peeking on the corner, well, that's for an upcoming video, a collectathon if you may, probably this week. We'll see you next time with more LEGO videos.